Yo, Blue Jay, thank you for being here. Thanks for everything, really. You the best. Let's get locked in, locked in. All right, mic check, audio check. Lag check. I think we're chilling. Bam, that's working. I don't like it being that big. Bam. Bam. Yo, what up, Pop Tart? Creedy. We're not establishing that as the nickname, are we? It's Creed Stradamus. It's Credonian Maximus, if anything. Da 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 da. Okay, everything's looking good. This is my first stream in 5 days. This is only the second stream in like 10. The hiatus is over. Okay, pin message. Credonian Creed Stradamus. What you doing? Are you I forget what you said. Are you fully done now? With finals and stuff, or you have one or two more next week? Doc. Oh, sorry, lad. Sorry, lad. Speaking of hot lad summer, welcome, Doc. All right, come. Oh, okay. PSG's attacking. Let me get in my bag here. I got one half day left Monday. Let's go, Pop Tart. Oh, what game are you planning on DJing this summer? You DJing Apex or what's good? Are you back from ads? I can't see my thing. I'm very rusty. Only 2 streams in the last 9 days. Work hiatus. The annual late May work hiatus has been ruthless. Ooh, good knuckle cracks. Are either of y'all watching the game right now? Here's where my coverage is. 49-38. We got a shot of Raya. Me and Raya kind of look like... Oi, oi. What up, PB? Come on, PSG. Don't let us down. Please. Please. I can't take it. Happy to pay Credo's bills. Dude, happy to have you as a sugar daddy. How about that? What you getting into today, Doc? You playing some Guild Times? Guild Times United? And I'm the captain? Dude, for real. I spent my whole life playing is ending updates so that... Oh, you're talking about D1? Are you Destiny 1 guy? Pop-Tart, you're a Destiny 1 guy? Hold on, wait. You're like... Destiny 1 came out in 2014, which is 12 years ago. So you would have been, what, like 6 or something when it came out? Oh, yeah, you would have You would have grown up with D1. D1 came. I remember D1 coming out right when I got done with college. Oh, it was also a dangerous combination. Very, very, very dangerous. I played so much D1. I that's a whole conversation. I almost feel like there needs to be a gaming podcast amongst the lads to talk about that. And just like another example of how these live service games, while they're so dope, it shows how, all they have to do is somebody somewhere says let's not support it anymore. They flick a switch and we can lose access to them. And so you think like, I don't want to put this evil out there on y'all, but you think of like a game like Apex, that could happen. We spend, yes, it's free to play, but we spend all the money on cosmetics, and then they could flick it off. And sometimes you then don't even have access to it anymore. The best ones in those scenarios is it's dope when they at least let us still hop on the game and do like bot matches, right? But yeah, anywho. We're in the 52nd minute. Oh, PB, we need one. Putting the little one to bed, so we'll be working. No problem, dude. Hopefully the little one goes down very well, chasing sheep. Do androids dream of chasing electric sheep? Lux, what up, dude? I can't either, man. I can't either. Um, but yeah, Pop Tart. Dude, the Destiny 1 news. It was a ripple. A lot of people, and you take people like, I think his name's Grenader Jake or some Jake. He like that's his whole, or and like Crafty and stuff. Some of them, their whole stream has been built on playing Destiny 1 in particular, and things like trials and whatnot. Yo, this song, I don't know why I didn't like immediately put this song on playlist and stuff when I heard it when I played Dispatch, but it's so good. It's called Radio by Bershi. Oh, Saka is red card. No, I'm just kidding. Yellow card to Saka. Here's where my coverage is. 53rd minute. Yeah, sorry. That's of the many things that stinks about the hiatus that I have to go on is almost everybody's subs run out during them, and you're like, man, like I want to try to get as many streams in as possible for anybody who does sub, because that way they feel like they're getting the most like minutes per dollar. All right, free kick for PSG in a dangerous spot here. There's going to be a lot of people vying for this. Hakimi most notably, but it also looks like Vitinha's lining up, as is Nuno Mendes. Ooh, this is a decent. Dominique Soboslai would be licking his chops for this opportunity. Let's just say that. I think I like Hakimi on this one just because it's the where it's at. I think I like a right footer. Normally I would say Nuno, but I think Hakimi, line it up. 50, almost the 55th minute. Easy save for Raya in the end. Good footwork from the keeper. Well, there's that chance. Although PSG's putting on some pressure. That's not a foul. Akai was already looking to go over. Oh, PSG's kind of ramping it up. We're here in the 55th minute, almost a couple minutes away from the hour mark. Arsenal lead 1-0 against PSG. PSG looking to go back-to-back Champions League winners. Arsenal trying to win their first in their club's history. joining Chelsea as the only London clubs with a title. It would also be a really impressive double for Arsenal, having won the Premier League recently. There is a red sea back there, dude. Look how many red kits. Also, although two players on Arsenal's right side are on yellows, both Saka and I forget how to pronounce it. Mascara. Which makes it no surprise why PSG is having so much of the ball down the left to try to put pressure on those two yellow cards. Arteta would probably look to take off what's his name? Mascara soon, but it's going to be tough to take off Saka for a while. Also, not really accidentally, but I regret doing it, so that kind of accidentally, deleted my sports scene. I had the whole scene set up with the little boxes all shaped up and everything looking all angled, and I deleted it. Yo, Lux, are you still there? What do you think of the Spurs Thunder? We got games. Oh, I didn't even think of that. When does that start? Why couldn't this be a little later in the day? Why did this have to start at? Where is it? Budapest? Maybe it says Puskás Arena over here. I think that's in Budapest. Yes, indeed. Okay, when's the Spurs Thunder? Free kick for Arsenal. It's at 8. Really good work from Saka. They're showing back how well he tracked that. Then to win the free kick. 58th minute. Raya with the dead ball. Wow, I think two Arsenal players just competed with each other for that header. Ooh, chat, what are you cats doing, dude? How's y'all Saturday if y'all are out there listening? Glad for y'all to be here. I haven't streamed in a while. I've missed it. I can't wait to get back gaming and stuff. Pop Tart, what have you been playing? Apex? Oh, this is perfect. Pop Tart and Lux, y'all are both two people I've talked about Valorant with. Oh, what footwork there from Carvis Scalia. The, the ability to control that ball while bouncing, while getting pressed. Oh, what a tackle from Declan Rice. It's getting combative in midfield. And then Saka wins it. Oh, I don't know. That's harsh. That looked clean from Arsenal. Brilliant from Declan initially. And how is that a foul on Saka? They're all pretty upset, pretty frustrated. Grr. Speaking of grr, look at the new emote we added. Creed's too angry. Creed's too angry. It's actually down there as well. Way down there. Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee. There it is. Okay, Douay. Oh, decent ball. Cleared for now from Arsenal. We're right past the hour mark. What a touch from Vitinha that. And he gets them back going immediately with a gorgeous touch at speed. Kvaratskhelia blocked corner for PSG. They're ramping up the pressure. We're starting to see their technical brilliance here. Dude, some of these, dude, their touches, I mean, those are elite. Honestly, nothing been doom scrolling. What's your platform of choice? Oh, good punch from Raya. It's going to come out to Hakimi with Vitinha. Chest controls. Pop Tart wins the raffle. Oh, ref. He's giving it. He's giving it. Looks like it. I mean, I look away for a second, but that's just how quick and dangerous Arsenal is. Now, from if you're Arsenal, now this isn't exactly in the same phase of play, but you know, Arsenal just felt like they won the ball and in PSG's defensive third, and it's a pen. I mean, it's a penalty. It's sloppy. Mosquera is already on a yellow. I mean, honestly, so first in a vacuum, clear penalty. Mosquera is already on a yellow. Arsenal's lucky that he didn't get red card or second yellow because that in a vacuum is a yellow card offense, right? But it's one of those don't do double jeopardy stuff. But in fairness to Arsenal, who know, like it's hard to say how that plays out if Saka wins that ball and it's not called a foul, which it did not look like a foul. Unless the ref had called a foul on something that Declan had done and had played advantage, and then when Saka wins it, right? But anywho, that must have been when it was. Clear pin. PSG lining up. Yo, what up, Alex? How's your Saturday? Arsenal's about to have a penalty. I mean, that's clumsy. And Mosquera's already on a yellow. What is he doing? What a goober. What a goober. Yo, Chad, you want to see what I spent $30 on last night? It's a play mat. Sorry, it was not that. It wasn't that. It's a play mat, and it's of Pookie, one of Pookie's. I mean, real talk, I've always liked Tifa more. Although in my later years, my older years, replaying Final Fantasy Remake and Rebirth, Aerith might be doper. Anyways, what's funny though, I thought of this is because I saw this and I was like, all right, I'm copping it. I need a play mat. I'm getting Pookie. But then I saw a job of the hut. Hold on, Dembele with the penalty, buried 1-1 here in Budapest. Huge, ice cold from Dembele. Sent the keeper the wrong way, buried it in the corner regardless. But then I saw a Job of the Hut one, and it was almost like her, and then Job of the Hutt's like the one she tells you not to worry about kind of thing. But then I saw one from the Emperor Star Wars one where the Emperor's sitting there at his desk in Coruscant and like he's got the like villain pose and Coruscant skyline in the background. It was so fire, but I went with Pookie. It better be drugs is hilarious. Hold on, that one's getting put in the log. I think that one's funny. Hold on, let me show. Bam. This is in the Discord. There's like a thread for chat comms. Anytime I see a chat or anyone who sees a chat that they find funny, um, this is where it goes. That's the wrong thing. Hold on. Well done, Alex. You made it funny. Look at you go. Oh, Odegaard coming off. 1-1, 66 minute. The captain of Arsenal coming off for Gyökeres, who's been in great form, must be said. It also shows that Arsenal's got an intent to go win this, maybe even in 90. They're not trying to just go and play, what's it called? Like park the bus. Oh, here we go. Those are my coverages. 66-46. Getting scrappy in midfield. Also, flares have gone off. There's smoke everywhere. Vitinha looks like a riverboat bartender or the dude who would fleece you for money in Five Finger Fillet in Red Dead Redemption 2. I guess both of those can be in Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, I doubted that it was hard to see PSG not scoring as good as Arsenal's defense is, that especially as they got into their groove and started ramping up pressure in the second half. Oh, that was a double negative. Little double negative. Ba da 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 da. Yo, this feed is boot butt. Look at this. What kind of world feed are we dealing with here? Oh wait, Hakimi, good block in the end. It'll be another what's it called? Corner for PSG. Oh, Due dancing with the ball in the area. Declan guarding him. Quick feet. Getting a little too showboaty. It's only 1-1 here, Due. And now he drops it to Hakimi. Hakimi to Nuno. Nuno's gonna. Oh no, sorry, that's Dembele. Hits it over everybody. These are the scenes here in Budapest, in Hungary, at the Puskás Arena. Arsenal PSG 1-1. 1-1. We're at the 69th minute mark. Nice. I'm gonna put my contacts in real quick. Oh, Trossard not looking. What? I don't know what happened. Bam. Okay, we're back. Yo, I'm about to do my daily, so if you haven't done your Wordle and stuff, look away. Let's start with score because we're watching sports. Oh, hey, oh. Boo, Shire. Nope. Shite. Shite? Shite? Shine. Are you? Wow. Wow, no way this is gonna be a fiver potentially. What are we doing? Smile, chat. Oh, that's so sweet. Smile. And then we copy it over to Discord is normally how we do it. So we'll show that real quick. Then we go play. And then we copy our exact guesses. Thanks. Oh. Sounds like Vitinha just took a shot. I can't believe I went with Swill, before I went with Smile. Look away. Bam. All right. Oh. Okay. Next daily. I should do Wordle last. That way it gives people more time to react and do. Oh. Oh, PSG almost gets sloppy there, and Basaka wants to get on a loose ball, but goalkeeper smothers it. Okay, we're gonna have to pause the music real quick. All right, let me mute this. Do this. It's the new TI song. Let them know. How is that not suggested? How how it how it how is that not a song? That is what it's called, right? Yeah. Let them know. Let apostrophe them know. Here we go. Let's try this. Boom. Let them know. Apparently not. Not a song. Okay, let's try that again. We got nothing. All I hear is and I ain't ever scared. Big brain, and some more. Ferrari and there it is. See that hi hat. Whatever. We'll just do something hi hat related. Hi hat adjacent. Oh, all my friends are demons. Take it slow. Something like that. It's a Imagine Dragons. No. It's this song was in the Suicide Squad movie. Uh, um, 21 Savage Pilots. All my friends are. Is it villains? Villains take it. All my friends are. Oh, I'm not looking at chat. Not looking at chat. No look chat. All my friends are demons. It's this is not it. It's 21 Pilots. What is it called? Oh, good defending so far. From PSG, Arsenal with a spell of possession here. While I think of this song, that's demon. All my friends are heroes. No, heathens. Oh, Saka with the ball, bringing it in, gets a shot off, well blocked by Carvasquelia. All right, this one's a rock song. Very bassy. This isn't it, but I'm gonna go Allman Brothers. Oh, I shouldn't. Oh, Carvaskelia threw on goal. Looks like a phenomenal block in the end by someone from Arsenal. Holy banoli cannoli. Carvaskelia wants that one back. Also might have hurt himself on the ad board. Um, bum, bum, no, you know what it makes me think of? The DuckTales song. Strike me like a hurricane, DuckTales, DuckTales. Oh, that's so. What a good run from Carvaskelia. It goes essentially the length of the pitch. Bum, bum, bum. I know this song though. I'm so close. It's like, I can't get DuckTales out of my head now. Oh, DuckTales. Oh, what a block. I think David Raya has that regardless, but. Whoa. What is that song? It's like it's used in movies all the time. I don't even sign in, so why do I care about my score being perfect? Is DuckTales an option? Imagine though, should have been. I can even almost picture the music video. It's not the Rick Astley song, but it's kind of close. Never gonna no, but it's like a boom boom. Astley, stop giving me Rick Ross. What's his name? Never gonna give you up. But this is not the song. What's his name? Wow, dude, the options on this stink butt. I guess that's showing you how far off I am. I was never gonna give you up. What's this guy's name? Googling Rick Astley. Rick, how do you spell his name? Astley, I spelled it right. This just hates me. Never gonna give you up. That's how. How is that just not in the database? Never gonna get. Just not in the database, huh? Not in the database. Maybe because it's rock. Oh, it is rock. Hold on. I always forget that. I even said it a little earlier and then I forget it again. Whatever. We're gonna go Prince Raspberry Beret. Oh, 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 this one stings the nostrils. I know I have the song in my timeless bangers playlist. So this is not cheating, just a scan through a playlist. Oh, I can't get DuckTales out of my head now. That's the problem. Woo. Da, na, 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 na. Dude, it's in a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Um, oh my. All right, attacking with PSG here. We'll come back to this. Gotta let my brain stew and brew. Let me mute this. Bam, bam, bam. Guardians. I'm just looking up the playlist. Wow, what a timeless banger, this song. I fooled around and fell in love. All right, we're in the 82nd minute, still 1-1 here in Hungary. Arsenal chasing their first ever Champions League title. PSG chasing back-to-back Champions League titles, which would be the first time that's happened in a decade since Madrid pulled off the feat of 3 in a row. Wait, this might be the song. Hold on. I might have randomly plucked it out. Fooled around and found in love. Well, I mean, it's not an option. Nothing I do is an option. Fooled around. Okay, I don't know it. Skip. No more looking at playlists. No cheating. I just don't know the name of the song. I know. I mean, immediately within the first two blocks, I had the dude. Yeah, never gonna know the name of this. Oh, almost from Arsenal there. Their corner turns into a header. He might have been offside there. Look at Barco. Touch a little too big. Great keeping from Raya. Barcola just on, not fully at control with the rock, and he and his touch to just open up play space invited Raya in, who does really well. Dude, David Raya is elite. He is so good. And as they're commentating now, he hasn't had a lot to do throughout the year, but when he does need to do something, like especially in the Premier League, there's been multiple times in the last couple months where he comes up with a brilliant save, and then Arsenal might go on to win 2-0 or something like that. But if that match turns 1-1, you never know. But he I like how the song's called "Escape," and it's just known as the Pina Colada song now. Okay, now it's with PSG. Good defending from Arsenal. Oh no! Mistake by Nuno Mendes invites Arsenal an attack here at the end. Oh, overhit. Oh, damn. Trying to pick out Madueke. Martinelli overhits it. Oh, we'll have to come back to that. Hakimi floats one in. Vitinha, maybe the shortest person on the pitch. That's not Vitinha, never mind. Hakimi at the back post. Gonna be a goal kick for Arsenal here. 87-30. This is where my coverage is. Damn. Neves. All right, 88th minute, 88, 07, 08. Balls at midfield. Looks like it's going to be Arsenal's as the throw in. The song is louder than most. I feel like. Okay, here we go. Are we gonna get extra time? Decent, like hold. Like I like what Jokeres has tried. He just has no runners in and around him. So he shows good strength and a nice touch layoff, but there's nothing there. Oh, a layoff. Oh, Vitinha just misses. That might have been one of those though that like. So I think it's Doué. He has the ball right outside the area and he starts cutting it in on his left and he kind of miscontrols it and loses it and he just kind of like desperately lunges to salvage it and it falls to Vitinha who just misses. But it's one of those where it's like it was probably should have been a call to foul. Like no, never mind. But Doué does recover it. Here, this is the moment. I thought it looked like he fouled Saliba a bit more in his rescuing of his bad touch, but he didn't. Yo, I am very hungry. Alright, let's try this dang songless again, huh? 90th minute, they're showing 6 minutes of stoppage time. I love that within the first two little blocks. I knew the song, I just don't know the name of the song. Like, none of this extra time is going to help. I immediately knew the instrumentation. We just needed a lyric. We needed one lyric to help us hone in. Ah. Oh, Jokic in the building. Nikola Jokic, NBA superstar. Arsenal, wearing Arsenal gear. Whatever. Come on, Eileen. Oh, it. Oh, I want to say it's an Eminem song. Okay, I don't. I want to say it's a Travis Scott or a Kanye song now. Highest in the room. Bam! Let's go! That felt good. Damn, shout out to people who got it in one. I got two of them in two. I actually should have had all three in two. I just didn't know the song, the name Come On Eileen, but I knew the song. Where's the last one? Game Duel. Okay. Alright, daily. Oh, that is Silent Hill? No, that a lot. This all the white in the middle makes me feel Assassin's Creed. This makes me feel Silent Hill. Oh, one of the God of Wars? No, maybe. All right, sorry. Here's where my game is. Let me lock in for the last little bit. We'll do that at halftime if there is one. This is where my coverage is. We're almost through 4 minutes of stoppage time. Ball with PSG here in Hungary. Both teams trying to make history for themselves. Good spreading of play there. Great ball from Marquinhos out wide to Akime. Anything under hit there, and it's not only doesn't keep momentum, it it potentially is getting turned over. But great shell so far from Arsenal as they force PSG back to the left. They're having to recycle. Very good patience from PSG, but this is elite structure from Arsenal here. Not giving any cracks. They're spacing in between their players right now. I mean, look at their back line. They are so well drilled. There is so little gaps, and when there is a gap, you got Declan and what's his name filling it in, Lewis Skelly. Still with PSG though. All that said, he's going to have the overlap. He's going to use it. Nope, he's going to go with the in swinger at the back post. It's well watched and marshaled, and now Arsenal have a chance to maybe open up. Oh, combative from Vitinha. That's going to be a yellow card. I think that's Vitinha. Nope, that's Neves. I always get them mixed up. They're both so diminutive. So cute. Come on, Eileen. Ah! Bro. So mad. That should have been a triple double. Okay, all 3 on 2. Alright, let me put that song in some playlist. Never gonna give you up. Come on, Eileen. All right, we're almost at the minimum allotted time for stoppage time. Still with Arsenal here, though. Right outside PSG's area. Martinelli gonna try an in-swinger. Needs to be watched. Oh, it is headed away and then cleared away. Half headed away, fully cleared. Still with Arsenal, though. Good recycle. It's here on Arsenal's right. Not much on. Ref. Yep. Okay. Now, we get a chance. Barkerlow gets a chance to open up his legs again. And look how fast he is, and he's got fresh legs. He's just gonna have to go for it off the side netting, maybe crossbar. This feed has been not good. I don't know if it's just like I'm showing it through my actual like cable. Like I'm on the Xfinity website, but there's been so many times where we're barely at 720p. Yeah, the touch down the stretch, not good. All right, we're Hold on, let me go grab some chips and salsa real quick. Oh, sorry about that. Chips and salsa secure. Chips and salsa secure. Oh, hold on. Let me get the music going on. I don't know what's happening here. Uh, okay. We were trying to do the game duel. Are we back? No, not fully. Part of me thinks this isn't a God of War and this is like a game like Hades. It's not called Hades, but it's like it's a knockoff. Not Hades, of course, but the knockoff franchise. Maybe not. Let me hide this, put this back over here. Yo, what up, man? Welcome back, welcome back. We got some free football, dude. Free footy. Free footy. And I got chips and salsa. Very happy lad. Clear penalty. And again, if anything, Arsenal could be thankful that Mascara wasn't shown a yellow on that foul, which would have been his second. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna go God of War. I just don't know which one would be, like Chains of Olympus, maybe? Ascension? Nope. What the hell? Yeah, because you know how nowadays they don't like to do double jeopardy, right? So that's obviously not going to be a red card because of also how far wide the challenge was and like on the edge of the area. But that if he wasn't already on a yellow, I have a hard time imagining he's not also given a yellow for that and the penalty. And so it's one of those where we know refs aren't supposed to factor in the spectacle of it, but it's hard not to. And I think we're probably all better. There's a lot of empty seats in that building. Holy crap! Look at all of those. Now, some people might not be back from halftime, obviously. Dude, what is this game? Whatever, we're gonna try it. Maybe it is. Bro, what? Um, what's like Silent Hill but not Silent Hill? Dude, that's another thing that could be its own podcast is just how FIFA and the United States have handled or haven't handled so much to do with the World Cup, man. But yeah, the ticket situation's a nightmare. I mean, first they were priced too high, basically, but then even worse, there was a lot of reports of like essentially people paying. Go ahead, they would like register and come. Oh, well done. I don't know how he. Oh, what a terrible giveaway that from Nuno. Where people would have bought like pre-ordered their tickets, bought it, paid for it, full clear out, done, and then later gotten charged more money because the price. Oh, Arsenal attacking. Well done from Pacho. Matt. And then people would have gotten retroactively charged more because like the prices went up, and it's like that's no. They did it with the Club World Cup, and then basically had to give them away. Yep, that would probably happen. So shout out all those who didn't just immediately buy. And who knows how good the tickets are, and the whole infrastructure of some of it is not ideal right now. All right, corner for Arsenal. Big moment here. We'll do the game duel in a bit. Yeah, PB, I accidentally deleted my scene. You know, I had a sports scene where I had all of the like, okay, well dealt with at the near post by PSG. You know, I had like this foot mob thing. I had it carved out. Oh, that's a great shot. It's presumably a son hugging his dad at the final together. Yo, any good salsa, in my opinion, has to have at least a hint of cilantro. Got to have some heat. Arsenal's corner goes straight into the side netting. That's really bad, poor from Madueke. It's got some little kick to it, and then it's got at least a little bit of cilantro. People have brought tickets thinking, wow, dude, that's just so poor, bro. That's so poor. Like poorly handled. Yo, so going back to the fantasy Premier League thing, right? You know how eventually we played in like the fantasy cup or whatever in the semifinals and you beat me? Like I guess is are there essentially two trophies to win, right? Is there like still the equivalent of the league winner? And so regardless of what happens in that little cup competition, is it kind of like you play a normal league year out and then eventually that will matter and somebody will be a winner of that. But then at a certain point, the top eight, okay, great attack so far from Arsenal. I'll get back to that. Oh, offensive foul, it looks like by Timber. Either really well sold from old Neves or, anyways, is it then it gets to a certain point where like maybe the top eight or top six or top four go into the cup competition and then that's its own separate thing? I mean, his Timber's hands are loose there. Zaire Emery coming on. We're through 5 minutes, almost through 5 minutes of the 30 of extra time we have in store. All right, here's where my coverage is. Still substituting, just taking forever. Get the ball back in play, lads. It also looks like Liverpool is getting Areola, which I like as a manager. Bummer we left it so late. And true, like I like him a lot. But if I had my choice of manager not at a big club, I wanted Sebastian Hone or however you pronounce his last name. Hoene. All right, ball with PSG. Great press there from Timber. Oh my God, what a control that from Nuno Mendes. And honestly, well recovered. Dude, the press from Arsenal, elite right now. Declan gets it. He's going to find him in the middle. Oh, that's just sloppy. What was that, Eze? That was really poor after great pressing from both Timber. But then PSG deal with that press well, and then Declan. Oh, see, that's where good team play helps. So ball comes in. Arsenal have the ball on their right side. They play a ball into feet to Gyökeres, who had shown short at the top of the 18. He shows really, really good strength to just dismiss Pacho, right? But in doing so, he's not able to like control that first ball, but he still would have gotten to it if it wasn't for the second PSG player, and it just shows how well they are filling both teams They're filling the spaces between center halves. Yo, I see your Drivatar, your Ghost, on when I'm playing Forza Horizon 5. Oh, good tackle there. Not only does he win the ball, it falls to PSG, who have a chance to attack now. Ref, that's a foul. That should be a yellow card for Yogarez. Tactical foul. That's not that big of a deal. It's your center forward. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. But if you're Pacho, you're trying to annoy him next time Arsenal are attacking, that's for sure. Free kick for PSG. Vitinha's standing over it. It's definitely too far to shoot. Unless you have Soboslai. Honestly, regardless of manager and all that and this and that and whatnot, um, Liverpool's most important business this summer is gonna be securing Dominique Soboslai and fending off any potential like suitors from Real or Barca or Bayern. I'm gonna be pissed if we lose him. Oh no! Oh, you're all good, PB. Also giving you little one sleepy time. Sleepy time. Little one go sleep. Sleepy time. That's my lullaby. Yeah, I said that when I'm playing Forza Horizon 5, I see your Drivatar. Dude, get out of here with that, PB. But I like Irola, however you pronounce it. Irola. I like him a lot. Again, I wanted Sebastian Hone, more Hoene. I wanted him of all of the young, not at a big club managers. That's who I wanted. But I like Irola a lot. And I'm not even trying to say that Slot isn't a good manager or like doesn't have good ideas. Maybe he's just still too young in his managerial thing, so the man management of some of it he might still have a lot of work to do. And he can bounce back and become an incredible manager years down the line at a big club. But we needed a change. He had lost the locker room, and going back to how important it would be for us to keep Soboslai, um, us keeping Slot lowers the chances of that massively. Like, I just feel like there's a lot of players who we might potentially have to fend off suitors if Slot was still here. Just because as soon as another club comes, they're probably going to bite that opportunity up. So, if nothing else, that's where I'm glad we made the change. Which one's your old which one's your old gamer tag? Like, how new is your new one? Oh, great feat from Madueke. Good duel. Oh, that's a penalty. No, ref waves it off. Declan's up in arms. That now is ref gonna deem it was shoulder to shoulder, which it was close, but I think at first glance Nuno knew he was beat. All of Arsenal's bench are in their technical area. They probably could get a yellow card here, but it looked like Nuno Mendes had lost that. Madueke had gotten a step on him, and Nuno just kind of went into his back and brought him down. Now, another thing is when we haven't seen a replay yet. This is where my coverage is. Another thing is it could have also Yo, what up, Becca? That sequence that it could have started outside the area and then carried in. I'm not sure. But it looked like Nuno was beat, and he kind of went through his back there. Basically, have to now. Now, if you need to play, then we can have head-to-heads. Well, I'm trying to. I'm loving Forza Horizons again, and I'm gonna absolutely play 6. I just, I went back to play 5 some. The idea was to initially play just a good bit, like 5-10 hours maybe, get my fill of it, and then move to 6. But 5 is so fun that I'm still playing it here. I want to get a couple more of the main story stuff done. Maybe we'll do that as soon as this match is over. Oh, Declan gets a yellow for that. He's understandably livid, especially as the captain. What was I gonna say? Yeah. I want to get done a couple of the main ones. 5 was Mexico, so you were going through like Mayan temples and stuff like that, and you're on the beaches and sand dunes, and there's a volcano, and you also have the jungle. We're finally seeing a replay for the first time. I mean, I think it's a good no call. Yes, I'm biased. I don't want Arsenal to win, but when you see the replay, when they start their arm engagements, I know that's a lame what are you fucking talking? But when they start dueling, right? When they start jockeying, they are side to side. They are absolutely side to side, shoulder to shoulder. And then 2, Madueke is every bit as much hooking Nuno as Nuno is hooking Madueke. So in terms of the referee, in this scenario, especially extra time of the Champions League final, I think that's a good no call. Because it's one of those, if you call out a penalty live, how do I word this? Like, I think in that scenario, it's better to not call it and then let VAR see if you need to go to the monitor versus calling it, and then it's going to be really hard to overturn it. But when they start engaging, jockeying, they are shoulder to shoulder. And Madueke on the replay definitely hooks Nuno Mendes as well and kind of brings him down. Arsenal need to win, you say? No. Is that what the guy is? Is he a fan of Arsenal? Basically, half the Chelsea. Sorry, let me catch up. Half the Chelsea team are going. I've heard Palmer being one of them. F knows, man. I think it's HB. Okay, we'll look at it. I think that's the one that I'm friends with. You forgot your password and then locked yourself out of your old account. Had a phone. That sounds like my nephew. 5 was, yeah. I think 4 was England. 3 was Australia. I finally hooked my PS5 up so I can play Apex again since my PC hates me. When does the boyfriend come again? July or June? Is it coming up here in like within the next 2 weeks? But I'm not sure I can play it without a PS Plus membership. That is correct. They have Broadway, which is near my hometown on it. The Cotswolds houses. Oh, that's HF5. Yeah. Okay, sorry. It is your boyfriend's favorite team? Never. He's perfect. He's coming in July. You are friends with my current account. Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, yeah. I guess I hadn't looked at the level. I just see you. I feel like your Drivatar was whipping a pretty cool car, so I kind of assumed you had played a good bit of it. What you got going on today, Becca? Honestly, I've been talking about, especially as the Summer Streamtacular kicks off here soon and my hiatus is done. AKA Hot Boy Summer, Hot Lad Summer. I'm gonna play Valorant, I believe is the goal, a good bit. Although I'm not gonna play with Lux because he always abandons me. PS5 does have a lot of updates, especially if you haven't been on in a while. Also, I like how you just casually, have the PS5 as like a backup. I'm not hating. I'm in the same boat, right? I'm spoiled with I got all of them. Nowadays I get the Switch 2, thankfully. Praise be. Yeah, I'm gonna dust off the PS5. I see you, Queen. Oh, dude, Jokeres not done much. We're here. This is where my feed is. We're almost at the 2 minutes. Yep. We're gonna go into extra times, halftime. And this is where Bad Bunny comes and plays. No, I'm just kidding. But imagine they commercial PB. Imagine they put a halftime show at the extra times halftime. You just want to be able to play Apex. Who are you mainly trying to play with? Oh, we're throttling for the first time. Not okay. We're back. Adulting and gaming was supposed to maybe game with Chavi on. Okay, that answers my question. But I don't know if I want to pay for PS Plus. Yeah, I don't blame you. I do like that PS Plus hasn't updated its prices yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is. So they're showing a replay of it again now, and Thierry Henry, hold on. See, oh, hold on, I'm not showing it. I just think that, again, I know I'm biased against Arsenal here, but and this is very much a dynamic in American football all the time now with the replay systems and how they work. Is it can be very, and I think the reason why both sports set it up this way is because they wanted to maintain the importance of a referee's on-field decision, in the moment decision. They wanted to maintain that, right? And so you will have these moments where we all say as a fan watching the sport where like, oh man, so like let's use the Arsenal example, that penalty claim. If the referee would have given a penalty live, I imagine it would have stayed a penalty. I imagine there wasn't enough to overturn that, because you do see the hook from Nuno Mendes, right? And it wouldn't be enough to overturn it. To be a clear and obvious error. In American football, we use like indisputable evidence or something like that. Anyways, likewise, because he called it not a penalty live, there equally wasn't enough to overturn it that way. Now maybe so from an Arsenal standpoint, at least if you're an Arsenal supporter, you're like, could you have at least gone to the monitor? Was that not something worth going to the monitor over? Debatably, but Vitinha's pissed getting subbed off. You respect it though from him as a competitor, but you also understand why Luis Enrique did it. Yeah, Arsenal fans be like, why didn't you at least go to the monitor, sir? You don't have to overturn it. And I think PB, and you probably, I wonder if you agree with this. One thing I think might be important going forward in the sport and how they handle reviews and VAR is, I think, right now, if a referee gets sent to the monitor, right, we say as a fan base, and you'll hear the commentator say it and stuff like that, that if they're going over to the monitor, they almost, I don't want to say always, but they're more often than not, will overturn it, right? Like, it's almost like we expect now as a fan, if they're going over there, it's close, and it's likely probably going to get overturned, right? I think we need to set up the scenario where the referee can go to the monitor and it's not likely that he's gonna, you know what I mean? Like, I think if we, the fan base, collectively as a footballing community, get that out of the and referees need to go to their monitor and be brave and be like, no, I stand by, no, you know what I mean? More often. And then when we get to that mindset where we're not like assuming it's going to be overturned kind of thing, referees can then feel safer, I guess is a weird word to say, but they can feel more comfortable going to the monitor just to check and then standing by their decision. And then I think more like in this scenario, again, Arsenal still pissed as the Champions League final, they won the penalty. But at least, again, I know sometimes when I'm supporting my team, it's like, I just wanted to have seen the referee go to the monitor. And then ideally, if we get more and more communications that we're hearing, like we'll hear the audio from the VAR booth and stuff like that more nowadays, I think that all helps with the transparency and stuff. At least great ball over the top. Oh, he's going to hold this up. This is, what a ball down the left channel for PSG. This is where my coverage is. And then, yeah, I think if we just feel like, okay, at least they looked at it. Yeah, I still think they're wrong, but at least he double checked it. Sometimes I think the biggest, like, where we get our real conspiracy hat on is the concept of feeling like they just brushed it under the rug, right? Like, Oh, that's a penalty question mark, and it's just like nope, keep going, and then we don't really see many replays now. Oh, great keeping from Raya, brilliant keeping there from Raya as the ball almost falls to PSG in the area. Insanely good keeping, quick off its line, decisive from Raya here. Ball spreads from left to right, another great header. That's so good from Raya. But yeah, to wrap that point up, I just think if we can get into a point where we're like, we just don't, we feel like it's not being swept under the rug. We feel like it's actually being given its due diligence, and they're actually looking at it, even if we wind up disagreeing and be like, how are you not deeming that a pen? At least, yeah. Anyways, long spiel over. Hold on, sorry, I'll get caught up in chat again. I go on spiel, sorry. Did they do a halftime show in general? Yes, I do think they did. I think they had a big act. Maybe not Shakira, but good block there. Which I've been asking, but I just haven't been able to. Why have they hooked off and Ruiz? Oh, Apex is gonna take 3 hours to update. Are you on wireless? I know you said Wi-Fi. That probably answers my question. But are you on wireless, or is your system hooked up via Ethernet cord? Oh, great layoff that from Madueke or Esse, one of them. Who's on? Is Esse on? Esse's not on. Yes, he is. He is on. Until VAR is consistent, I don't think it should be in the game. I don't know about that. I disagree with that. But I do think, like so many things in society, we implement them without putting in more guardrails or putting in, like, just having more like foresight, right? Like in a college football here in America, like I have long been an advocate of the athletes getting compensated. But I think what we did was we allowed it, and it just became a Wild West, like Wild West shit show, right? Like my idea was, okay, let athletes go get sponsorships. Like if the quarterback of Georgia wanted to go get a sporting goods store from his local hometown to sponsor his Instagram post, and he make a couple hundred here and a couple thousand there, and I know there's billions of dollars in college football, don't get me wrong, but like I think that's where we should have started, was you just let them go and get like corporate sponsorships on Instagram posts, and just something like, don't put them under contract necessarily. Their scholarship is their contract, let them get compensated though. And then of course if a video game like college football comes out, they also can get that money. But like what we've done is just basically giving colleges salary caps and a wage structure, and you just play like directly from the university. And I was like, that should have how did we go from none to that? Like where was the gradual implementation of NIL, name, image, likeness money? And so like with VAR, it's just like I felt like when they introduced it, especially because they were so far behind so many other sports, right? Like VAR didn't really get introduced till 2017ish, maybe. Like it was after 2015, I feel like, where it was consistently implemented. And then you think of like the NFL, for example, we started using a replay system, and it's still not perfect, don't get me wrong, but like we started using a replay system in the 2000s, maybe even the late 90s. So I think given that world football had so many years of data and information they could gather and accrue from the other major sports, I feel like when footy actually implemented it, it should have been in a better state to start with, since they were so far behind. But anywho, that's a lot of yapping. And Henri's clear offside should be brought into play too. Not this hairline was off bullshit. Now that is, I think, another thing. Like, yeah, when it comes to offsides, there's got to be more of a grace. Like, I thought that was always the point. Was like ties go. And then some might say, well, like, it's not a tie. We have the science and the lasers and the chips in the ball and all that to measure and give a, right, like a smaller increment values which then separates what looked like historically a tie between the defender and the attacker. But it's still like, dude, no, because how can we fully trust those systems as of now? They're so new. Anywho, do a PSG with a corner, poor corner, easily dealt with by Arsenal. It just hit to the near post. But Arsenal immediately give it back. I think it was Henry that brought it in, or Wenger, can't remember who, but it got trialed in Netherlands. Yeah, it's like there's like a buffer zone. Is that what you're talking about? Where like if the differential and onside offside is like within a certain threshold, you don't overturn it because it is so marginal. Is that what you're referring to? It's Wi-Fi because my PC is on the Ethernet. Well, yeah. I mean, technically, like Wi-Fi is more generally like your network, and it can be wireless and be on Wi-Fi, and it can be hardwired and be on Wi-Fi. But anywho, all I know is the like you obviously have a cord wired into your PC, and you're not going to take that out to put it in your PlayStation. So if you only had one available to go to your whole like setup, it obviously should go to your PC, and that's what matters most. I have 2 Ethernet cords. One's always into my PC, and then one I switch between my Xbox and my PlayStation depending on what I'm going to be playing more. Especially if I'm going to be playing if I go in a period where I'm, I don't know, playing Warzone in years past, I would definitely want to be hardwired there. Alright, there's not much going on in this game. It's been kind of a boop extra time. Look at Vitinha using his hand so well. Pause, but also resume. Right, we got a header ball here. This is where my coverage is. We're at the 113 mark. Also, this song that we're hearing right now was made by like a 13-year-old. Pretty incredible. He's like one of those, got big on Instagram, showing how he like makes songs and mashes up songs and stuff. He's like, oh, I think I need a couple hi-hats here. Let me compress this there, and let me stack the audio, the vocals here. And it's like, damn, this kid's 13? I get you, but you can't punish teams against Arsenal for holding the keeper. Let Arsenal hold the keeper. Oh, okay. If we're talking about that, that's a different conversation. And I agree that like there was obviously a lot of talk with that when they had, was it West Ham a couple weeks ago, had the goal disallowed against Arsenal, and then obviously a lot of people then went and found evidence, or they went and found still images of moments where Arsenal benefited by being rough and physical on the opposition keeper. With all that said, I think that goal should have been disallowed for West Ham or Aston Villa, whoever it was a couple weeks ago. Because it wasn't just the hands across the arms of Raya. Because here's the thing. When, like, one of the pictures that they showed was, like, basically Raya punching, like, in the still image, it looks like Raya's just fucking Superman punching the other team's player, right? But what that doesn't show is that Raya got the ball, punched it, and that's his follow-through, which, you know, again, we could argue if dangerous, excessive follow-through should also be factored in for keepers like they are for outfield players now, right? Nowadays, just because you win the ball doesn't mean the tackle's clean, because your follow-through, the aggression, all of those are get factored in. But with, like, the Raya one and that goal, the goal only comes about because Raya isn't able to catch it cleanly. And Raya isn't able to catch it cleanly because his arms are, literally the other player's arms are preventing his arms from rising. So, like, I just think that, and like, I don't think some, you know, and I know you know this, that's a dangerous ball. I know you know it's more nuanced than just what the still images show and stuff like that, and each one's different. But, like, I think that one should be getting, like, because the infraction so clearly impacts the keeper's ability to field it cleanly, and then the inability to field it cleanly is what led to the goal directly, right? But yes, I mean, Arsenal have literally, going back to like a season and a half ago, right, had started to do the thing where they surround the keeper, and then they have several players surround the keeper, and then they have 3 players all crash the back post, and they want to put the ball at the back post, and either because the keeper can't shuffle across because of the traffic, they head it in, or they head it back across to where the bodies were just messing with the keeper. So I mean, it's tricky. All right, here, see, in moments like this, these kind of conversations are great because there's not much going on in the game. We're here at the 116-35 mark. PSG with the ball, just moving it side to side. Arsenal, as to be expected, are in great shape, but a moment of brilliance or slip from Hinke. Volley blocked. David Raya collects it. Due hits that. He's gonna want that chance back. Yeah, only have one. We would have to drill more holes in the wall. Yeah, that's the problem. And during this hiatus I just went on, one of the things I really wanted to get done, since I wasn't going to be streaming, was I wanted to redo my setup. I wanted to move my desk, but especially because right here above me, I have one of those angled roofs, so I can't put a ring light behind my monitor like I would like. It's this whole thing, and I kind of wanted to turn it a bit because I have this really nice entertainment center there, and wanted to put stuff back there. But there's only 2 outlets in this whole room. And so that limits where I can put stuff. And then where there's only one Ethernet port thing, basically. So that limits where I can put my modem. And there's only one telephone line. So I started to look, and it just became too daunting. Because I was like, I don't even know how I could do it and still get all of my devices. Because where I could put it, and it would work with the Ethernet cords, and it would work with the telephone line, it would not work with the power outlets. And vice versa. So I was like, damn it, Bobby. What the hell, Bobby? We would have to, and I don't feel I need to get more curtain rods hung up and new curtains. My last adulting thing for the day. What color are you going with if you're still there? Yo, I've been obsessed with this song. It's from the game Dispatch. Yo, PSG was 72% possession. 19 total attempts to 4, but only 4 on target, most notably. People will quickly just look at the 19-4, Arsenal playing haram ball, but it's only 4-1 in shots on target, and expected goals, let's see. According to them, of course. I mean, 1.77 to 0.3. Again, I deleted my sports scene, which had everything all nice and blocked, because I thought having too many scenes and sources was the reason that I was having so much throttling issues. And that stuff can lead to throttling issues, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't what my problem was. So I deleted it for no reason ultimately in the end. You just went with black because all my bedroom stuff is black? Hell yeah. I'm a fan of black. I love charcoal gray. If I'm going to go with dark color, I love charcoal gray. Alright, it's with Arsenal, trying an in-swinger. It's headed away initially. Still one with Arsenal, though. It's Gyökeres outside the area. He's going to try to open up space for a shot. It's blocked. Could have went anywhere. They got a corner now. Arsenal's Arteta wanting a handball, or he's either asking for a handball or doing a sarcastic clap of the ref. I can't tell. Oh, if we get penalties, oh wee. Ooh. Alright, raffle live. If you're lurking, raffle live. You can just leave lurk. I won't ask you any questions. Leave lurk to enter raffle and go back lurk. Alright, corner with Arsenal, who haven't had many good corners to note. When they have, there's another bad one. Why is he still taking, although PSG do really, oh my god. Okay, so that was a really poor corner. Again, as I was already alluding to, oh, that could have went anywhere. Arsenal, damn, they're knocking on the door. They're saying a goal kick here. Wow, wicked. So as I was already alluding to, Arsenal have had a couple corners here in the last 20-ish minutes of real time, and most of them have not beating the first one, went straight into side netting, and then a few of them failed to beat the first man. That one also failed to beat the first man, but PSG do really poorly on their defensive header, and it actually causes more of a kerfuffle, as we might say. All right, let me change playlist real quick. Oh, this is kind of a bummer. Okay, so on Apple Music on the phone, I guess they've updated it to where when it comes to your playlist, right, you can make a folder, kind of like you can on Spotify and stuff. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. I'll shut up. I spoke too soon. It just needed time to load. Let's go summer. Bam. Oh, we are spicy time, dude. So spicy. Let's go. Because we like other teams in England, and it's kind of one of those things. On one hand, you could and should want your fellow country team, like your compatriot, so to speak, your fellow Premier League team to win, because it makes the Premier League look better, not only from just like a perception standpoint, but there's like when it comes to the Champions League and how many positions each country are allotted, it goes based on a coefficient. Yo, this looks like Luis Enrique is giving his team talk from the middle of a seance. What are we watching? What is that lighting? That man was in a dark void like we've never seen. What the hell? But so the short answer is we like other teams in England, and it's kind of a rivalry thing. PB likes a team from London, and as of now, his team from London, they have the little factoid of being the only team in London, even though London has 1,000 football teams, right? They're the only ones to have ever won the Champions League as of now. So there's that. And then as from Liverpool's standpoint, if Arsenal win, they win what's called the double. They won the Premier League and they would win the Champions League, which is an incredible feat alone, right? My squad has had 3, maybe even 4 years over the last like 7 where we came like this close to not only a double, but even sometimes a triple or a quadruple even, and we didn't ever win. Like, we've won the Champions League, but we didn't win the Premier League that year. Or we won the Premier League and we didn't win the Champions League that year. Some year it was back to back. We won the Champions League, then the next year won the Premier League. So we couldn't ever get that elusive double recently. And so that's where the bitterness for me would be. I don't want Arsenal to do that. But realistically, we should want it because, again, it makes the Premier League look better from a perception standpoint. And when I was talking about the allotment of spaces, it's based on what's called a coefficient. I know you know what a coefficient is, but that coefficient is based on the various teams from your country's performances. So the further they go in the competition, the better it helps the coefficient, and then therefore it can help Liverpool. Like, for example, because of the expanded format and more teams are allowed in the competition than ever before, PSG won the coin toss, and the penalties are going to be towards the PSG supporters. That could be actually a really big deal. To finalize that point, coefficient. Oh, my squad, Liverpool. Nowadays, England gets 5 automatic, basically, Champions League spots, and my team finished 5th. So we very much need, like, the fact that the coefficient is a dynamic and stuff is literally paying dividends this very, like, minute, so to speak, for my side. So there's a very long-winded Creed answer of why both sides you would do it either way. I'm a Chelsea fan, so it's a London rivalry. Why say a lot of words when little words do the trick? Yeah, that's well said. Very well summarized. And also, they're the only team and like to keep that little fact. Exactly. Okay, I would rather you be Madrid, I think, than United. But neither are great. United's Liverpool's arch enemy, and then Real Madrid is kind of our enemy because they always beat us in the freaking Champions League final, it seems like. Yo, that dude's wearing a Washington Nationals hat, baseball hat here in Hungary. A Washington baseball hat in Hungary here at the Puskás Arena. All right. Oh, this is big. This is huge. We got penalties here to decide the Champions League final. 1-1. Ooh. Oh man. Oh man. Tight sphincter time. No, I mean I can't really show anything. I'm gonna try to just do a little pop in, pop out, but I don't want to take a chance again. I think I'm finally out of the algorithmic gel. Like after I got that ban for 2 days for accidentally showing the NFL for like a smidge too long, I almost feel like I was no longer banned. I could stream, I could do all the things, but they're not all the things. There's some functions on Twitch it doesn't let you do until you're like 6 months clear of it or something. Like if I wanted to, like one of the settings, hold on, let me show you. I might be, yeah. So one of the settings here is you can set what your audience is for, everyone or whatever. And because I've been streaming for 10 years on here, I had this clear. I was good to go. But because I got banned, it got reset. And I'm still waiting for like the 6 months or whatever it is. It should be getting close, I feel like. I can't do, not now, granted, I have never adjusted that audio setting once. Not once in all of my streams ever. So, but yeah, anyways, that's an example. And another one is I feel like they weren't pumping me out in terms of discoverability. And I just feel like okay, PSG, first penalty, buried. Elite penalty. That's not getting saved even if he went the right way. But yeah, you know, and I'm just, this is copium. I might be huffing a bunch of copium, but it felt like for several months there, from like December to March in particular, like there was rarely a first time chatter, right? There was rarely somebody dropping in because they saw one of my tags underneath my stream, right? We want like, and so I don't know if they were, you know, not, because again, Twitch has done a lot to help with discoverability. When you pull up Twitch on your phone, there's like a feed, and some of the people it shows you are people you follow, others are people you don't follow. It's suggesting, okay, Arsenal first pin buried, it's also sent the wrong way. And so yeah, long story short, I feel like I'm finally like out of that because I'm seeing new first time chatters popping in, people being like, hey, I found you because you had the Steelers tag, or I found you because you were in the Forza directory. Again, it's probably just copium though. All right, 1-1 on penalties. You grew up watching Man U. I don't blame you. And Ronaldo was very handsome back then. Can you not show the pinos? Just hold a controller in your hand and pretend you're playing FIFA. I fell in love with when Ronaldo got on. Yep, I knew it. Nah, but I don't blame you. I mean, he was fire to watch too. Okay, PSG's second penalty. Doué lining up. David Raya clapping. Quick feet, happy feet, quick feet. Also sent the wrong way. Keepers are just going to their right. Going to their right. Yeah, I just don't want to, and like, again, I'm all clear. Like, the copyright strike that I received then, that was off of my channel officially within like a month because I had already completed what they call copyright school. And then, so basically all I had to do was like submit something, and that was all cleared within a couple weeks, maybe a month tops, which would have been around November or something, Thanksgiving. Anyways, but it's like, it's some of the other stuff. Like, I feel like in the algo or whatever, but we'll see. Who knows? It's also permeable too, because like some of the stuff I show for Newsday for like a year and a half, it would never get flagged. Would not get flagged at all for a copyright thing. on YouTube. Hold on. Eze. Oh, I don't like the stutter step. Oh, he's done. Dude, you knew it. I knew it right away. I knew it right away. I mean, even before he did the other stop, which, by the way, referees are not doing a good job of filling. Like, you're not allowed to come to a full stop. As a former keeper, like, it's making it even harder. But I think one reason maybe refs have not, it hasn't become like something that we need to crack down on, is because we see people miss penalties so often when they do that technique, right? So, like, so long as the decent percentages are missing, it doesn't feel like a problem we need to address. But, dude, that felt stinky from the jump. Um, oh, I almost feel for Arsenal fans here. Okay, PSG's third, up 2-1. Nuno Mendes. Raya, who's been the best keeper in the world over the last couple months, it has to be said. David Raya had gone to his right the previous 2 times. And then this time he's like, no. I'm going to go left. And again, in fairness, why would you not? The previous 2 PSG takers also went to the left. It's almost Nuno should have done better of switching it up. Huge from David Raya. Oh, Kepa. They're showing Kepa Arrizabayaga. Arrizabayaga. Kepa the Snake. All right, who is it? Is this Timber? I can't see yet. Gabriel, Timber, Martinelli for Arsenal's third. No, it is Declan. Wow, I can't see anything. Oh, when he bent over, I thought I saw 11. It was the 41. Okay, boom. Savinov. Declan. Damn, Savinov stood in place. Wow. 2-2. Wow, dude. And again, I don't know. Nuno Mendes, his comfortable penalty might be going to his right, the keeper's left. So it might have been one of those things that it had nothing to do with what scouting said Raya's weakness was or wasn't. It might have had nothing to do with what PSG's first 2 penalty takers chose, where they chose to go, right? It could just be that's what he does. That's what he feels most comfortable. But you'd like people to be like players of this caliber to have a variety of penalty techniques and spots. That way, if your 2 teammates both went to your right, you don't also go to your right. Hakimi goes to the left. See, now, like, I think that's another thing. You got to kind of keep the goalkeeper guessing. Because, like, when both of them if I'm a keeper and both of them go to the left, I start thinking, oh, shit, did their backroom staff like find something? I'm more worried. I'm even again, Raya and Arsenal staff would know what each penalty taker prefers, right? But there's also the mind game of like, dude, I'm not getting beat to my left again. I'm not going to go right and then just keep hitting it to the same side. At least if I get beat, I'm showing that I'm ready to like adapt. You know what I mean? Like that's just how we are as humans. All right. This is Martinelli now. Oh, 3-2. Martinelli, the 4th penalty taker for Arsenal. He's approaching the ball. Bam, buried. 3-3 going into the final of the first 5. Vamos, he says. Oh, that's a good. I like how the commentator's like, well, we're in the sudden death now, basically. Not technically, but I get where he's going at. And top down. Here we go. Lucas. Bam. Oh, that was a filthy pin. kept it the wrong way, and dude, that was whipping so fast I almost thought he missed it. Absolutely ripped the fucking side netting. That elite pin, best pin of the lot probably. They both only missed one. They both failed to convert one. As who was it? Some Madueke as somebody for Arsenal missed entirely, and then Raya saved one. Both won. I don't know where you got two from. Maybe you were seeing the fifth frame as being empty. Oh, this is a must make. Yo, I cannot get over how poor the feed has been for this. Like, and again, I know that NBC is notable because they have fiber optics to a lot of their sports broadcasts, so the quality looks so good, but this has been bang average frame rate and stuff. All right, Arsenal's last one, Gabriel. Ah! PSG, back-to-back Champions League winners. Arsenal up 1-0. Concede in the second half to a penalty. That is a rightful decision. They're going to be mad that they weren't given a penalty on the other end. The Brazilians, okay, very classy that from Marquinhos. Very classy. To his Brazilian compatriot who will be a partner. Almost certainly that will be Brazil's center half pairing is Gabriel and Marquinhos. You'd have to say come a couple weeks time here in the States at the World Cup. So you extra understand it immediately, but really, really, really good sportsmanship from Marquinhos to go over to Gabriel, who had just missed the crucial penalty, and immediately start consoling him. Again, that if nothing else, if you're a Brazilian fan, that's got to get you a little wet in the britches because so Marquinhos will be on the top of the world going into the World Cup, having just won back-to-back Champions Leagues as the captain and starting consistently as the center half and playing really well. It's not like he's just, kind of like there for his leadership and his organization, right? And then you have Gabriel, who's in the prime of his career, having just played an incredible season himself, possibly fueled by that miss. And then them and the chemistry they would have just established even further there. Damn, you feel for Arsenal. Bruh. Now here's the thing, though. Imagine they didn't win the Premier League as well, and they lost out on all of the potential titles. So at least they got the title, the Premier League, to hold your head on. This is Gabriel's effort. Absolutely moon blasted. All right, we're going to play some Forza, I believe, is the play. Insane match of football. First, I think I need to show some videos. Damn, what a match, dude. What a match. And now the commentator, PSG first to retain the title since Madrid a decade ago. Earlier I alluded to their 3 wins in a row, which was impressive. All right, we're going to close out of that. Congratulations to PSG. Hold on. Okay, we want to... How do we want to do this best? Oh, I know how. Okay, these are a couple clips that we did while off stream of Forza. Set game. Forza Horizon 5. You like the new emote? Angie, and you can even see Speedy in the background. Like, look, if you gigify it especially, you can see Speedy in the background. So that's Speedy's nature, right? Even when I can't talk, words are impossible. Even when Speedy is not the centerpiece of a emote, he still ends up being in an emote. You know what I mean? Like, that's just Speedy. Yo, Lux. Hey, man. Okay. Unmute that. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, couple videos real quick. This was just fire, just like straight whipping through it. Okay. What did I get this for? Oh, because your boy noticed this XP board. Look how on my mini map there's no. Hold on, sorry, gotta move layout, new emote, hide it. There's no XP board on the mini map, and then something, I can't remember where, but I like in the corner of my eye, I noticed a XP board. No, remember that? Oh yeah. Anyways, also this game's so dope. Just ripping dunes, the sand effects. Okay, bam. Oh, a little Apex clip. What do you know about it? Why does this always reset like this? Yo, what'd you think of the game, Lux, if you're still there? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna play this. I got it. Let me go refresh. Just refresh myself real quick after that epic match. Congrats to PSG again. 07s to Arsenal supporters again. That is because he is a star. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. This was a super cool race. You started up in the volcano and then you just ripped. I don't know why it's being so boopy boop. Okay. Okay, give me like 3 minutes. Quick little AFK break. Cranking the music. Actually, upon reflection, we're gonna show this video, and then we might call it because I think I'm gonna go live again tonight for the Spurs Thunder Game 7 Western Conference Final. Shea and Wims. How about let me give everybody some points because y'all are all cute, and I miss streaming. This is only my second stream since last Thursday. My music's still too loud, I bet. This is only my second stream since last Thursday because of the work hiatus. And like all of the stuff I got to do around the pool around this time every year. But I missed you guys. Very cute. Go all 10K. Yeah, okay. Give add point. All 10 racks. Bam. A raffle for 40K. Bam. My mic's muted. For anyone who keeps up with basketball, who do y'all have tonight? Spurs or Thunder? I'm gonna actually need to put a poll up in the Discord as we speak. Basketball poll. Western Conference Finals Game 7. Spurs or Thunder? Spurs. Let's go Cowboys. Okay, bam. And then Thunder, bam. Spurs, Thunder. Do 8 hours, bam. Now keep in mind, if you're out there, when I do these sports polls, hold on. No, that's not what we want to do. Okay. Many things real quick. Let me close out of this, delete this, bam.
45 seconds.
Okay. Why isn't it showing this? Oh, I'm dumb. I'm so dumb. Talk about how dumb I am. They say, Creed, oh, he tries his hardest, and boy does he try, but he just doesn't really have it between the ears. That's what they say. Keep in mind, when I do these sports polls like this, I do go back, and people who get them right, I give, especially if it's a big event like this, I'll give a lot of Creed for it. Like, for example, at Wimbledon last year, and the French Open. When it got to like the finals of the French Open, if you got that right, I think I gave 250,000, quarter of a milli. So poll live. Let's call this one. This isn't the final. This is just the Western Conference Finals. We'll call 100,000 Creed seed on the line. I'm sipping Patron. Free. What am I doing? I don't know. Bam. Good luck, guys. Thunder at home. I'm going Thunder. Again, that would be for 100,000 Creed seed. I don't know. I probably can figure this out. But, you know, there's now with this currency, too. For those that don't know, in the Discord, there's this. And so let's go richest. Right? I'm probably the richest. So, yeah, bam. And then PB right behind me, Clipper. Now, keep in mind, you get some of this currency for these things. So you see how Clipper hit King of Spam, Silver. So when he hit silver, he would have gotten XP, so he would have leveled up, and he would have gotten some of the currency, right? Like when Paisley, when she got bronze, same thing. When somebody does a Creed J challenge for the first time, they get like, I think it's 7,500, maybe 15,000. It might be 15,000. See, this is Ray. Ray did a Creed J challenge. She got 15,000 of the currency there, and there is a store here as well. Anyways, also, did I do my daily already? I didn't. If you, and look, like PB is on a 61-day streak of going and just typing ! daily in this Gamba Coins one. If you can't find it and you're looking in the Discord, you go to the Discord apps and it'll be the thread, Gamba Coins. Just throwing that out there. Also, if you ever see any messages in chat that you find funny, don't forget to screenshot it and put it in this stream highlights chat comms. Like earlier, Alex said a funny, it better be drugs. That had me laughing. That was good. He made it funny. Okay, we're going to hop off because we want to stream tonight for Western Conference Game 7. I will holla for all of y'all. I appreciate y'all being here. It means a lot, especially when you haven't streamed in like 4.5 days. It feels like a lifetime. I really appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and I hope to see y'all tonight. If not, I will see you next time. You stay classy, San Diego.